Monitoring portion sizes might seem like basic diet advice, almost too simple to matter in the fight against deep, dangerous visceral fat. But make no mistake, chronic overeating, even of healthy foods, is one of the silent engines driving fat accumulation around the organs. Visceral fat doesn't just appear when you eat fast food or sugary snacks. It builds up slowly, quietly, over time, often through subtle but consistent excess energy intake. And portion control is one of the most powerful ways to interrupt that process before it causes serious damage. Why does portion size matter so much for visceral fat? Because the human body, especially as it ages or faces chronic stress, becomes increasingly sensitive to energy imbalance. When you regularly consume more calories than your body needs, even by a modest amount, it stores the excess as fat. And while some of that fat lands under the skin, a growing portion gets deposited internally, where it wraps around vital organs and floods the bloodstream with inflammatory molecules. You might not even notice weight gain on the scale, but your risk for heart disease, insulin resistance, and fatty liver disease can quietly rise. The danger is especially high when portion distortion becomes normalized, something all too common in modern life. Restaurant plates are often 2 to 3 times the size of a healthy portion. Snack foods are packaged for convenience, not satiety, encouraging mindless grazing. And oversized dinnerware at home gives the illusion that more food is normal. Over time, these visual and behavioral cues override your body's natural hunger and fullness signals, leading to chronic overconsumption and increased visceral fat. That's where intentional portion control becomes a powerful corrective tool. Simple strategies like using smaller plates, bowls, and utensils aren't gimmicks. They're grounded in behavioral psychology. Studies show that people who use smaller dishes naturally consume 20 to 30% fewer calories without feeling deprived.
Why?
Because visual cues strongly influence satiety. A smaller plate filled to the edges creates the perception of abundance, while a large plate with the same amount of food appears sparse, triggering the urge to add more. Another critical step is to avoid eating straight from packages or containers. Whether it's a bag of chips, a tub of yogurt, or a box of cereal, eating directly from the source virtually guarantees you'll lose track of how much you've consumed. Always portion food into a bowl or plate, then put the rest away. This simple barrier gives your brain time to register what you're eating and how much. Mindful eating also plays a crucial role here. That means slowing down, chewing thoroughly, eating without distraction, and paying close attention to hunger and fullness cues. When you eat mindfully, you're more likely to stop when you're satisfied, not stuffed. This matters tremendously because overeating, even by just a few hundred calories per day, can drive insulin resistance, liver fat accumulation, and the gradual growth of visceral fat over months and years. Mindful eaters tend to have better metabolic profiles, less abdominal fat, and greater control over cravings and stress-driven eating. But the warning here is real. If you ignore portion sizes, even with clean eating, you may unknowingly sabotage your efforts to lose visceral fat. It's not enough to eat whole foods or cut sugar. You must also respect your body's energy needs, especially as you age or if you have a history of insulin resistance. Portion awareness keeps your metabolism in balance and ensures your fat-burning systems have a chance to work efficiently. This isn't about restriction or punishment. It's about precision. Eating enough to nourish yourself, but not so much that your body constantly stores the excess. And it's cumulative. Consistent portion control, practiced daily, can lead to meaningful reductions in visceral fat over time without the need for crash diets or extreme measures. Portion control may not be flashy or trendy, but it's one of the most evidence-based, sustainable strategies for preventing and reversing visceral fat gain. Small changes like plating your meals, slowing down, and honoring true hunger can lead to massive shifts in how your body stores and burns fat. In the long run, these seemingly modest habits may protect you not just from belly fat, but from the chronic diseases that visceral fat quietly breeds.